What up, though? Ledge here. Chill with me. Wake y'all up. Let me wake my ass up. Good morning, Battle Rap. Good morning, Battle Rap world. It's been a really long weekend, exhausting weekend on a personal level, and just y'all don't care about that. Listen, we got Battle Rap. I was about to sit up here and really but everybody going through shit, so we just gonna keep the levels up. And let's talk about it. The card that was deemed the biggest card ever by a lot of people who was happy that they knew before everybody else happened. It got taken place over the weekend. Shout out to Drake, URL, and let's do this. Let's do this. Let's give URL credit, because I don't feel like when things go good, we don't nearly hear that as much as when things go bad. Like the flowers and praise for URL when they doing their thing is never as loud as the complaints. Oh, why is this battle being booked? What's up with this card? Or, yo, it's taking forever. It's just a whole bunch of complaining, and that be loud, memes, gifts, all that shit. But when things go good, this was a solid event, a good event. It's been like golf claps. It's like little golf claps. And I think we need to stop doing that. Keep that energy at the same level when they doing their thing. And I thought this was a card that worked out well. We had some stellar performances. We had some good back and forths. And we had just a real show. Was it a bit? It ended at 1 a.m.? So, yeah. It was going to be that. It started at 6. And to be honest, I didn't feel like the breaks in between to the next battle were long. I just think you got 6 battles and you're starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So and it's a big stage, it's moving parts, it's getting all these people off stage to bring a whole nother gathering of people on stage. Smack got to do his thing. You got to make sure that the battlers are where they need to be, somewhere close to the stage. You don't know where they at. You got to go grab people. You got mic checks. You got, it's so much stuff that goes in between that. 15 minutes, maybe 10 to 15 minutes of break time. To me, if the event started at 3 p.m., 4 p.m., it ends earlier. Obviously. So it ends probably how it usually ends, more so maybe 11:30, which isn't bad. But I think 6 p.m. with 6 battles, it was always going to drag that long. So, like I said, other than that, I enjoyed the event. I was entertained, good or bad. And this is the thing I think me and Nico be talking about when we talk about the big events. When the big events aren't incredibly crazy, there's still an entertainment factor there because it's a big event, so you might catch something that you wouldn't. If a small room event is bad, it's just bad. There's nothing you can, you can really pick out and be like, oh, but this part right here was fire. You know what I'm saying? I just thought there was funny moments. The fact that they announced Freeway and Cass, and Freeway comes out rapping to What We Do. That's the go-to song to try to pick people up when the energy level's down. Because didn't he come out, or didn't they play that song at another event that he was at? This is he's just the I don't even want to say it, but he's just the Telegram man or something. He just pop up, sing his little ditty, and then get the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy. But it's little stuff like that that you catch at a live event that keeps you engaged. So shout out to URL. I thought the event did justice, and it kicked off with Pat Stay versus Real Sick in a debatable battle. I edged Sick rounds 1 and 3. Thought the second was Pat's round to win, and he got it. And I thought his first round, you can give Pat the first. I'm not even mad at you. I feel like they both did their numbers. They both did what they came to do. I thought you can, with Real Sick, you can end all of, can the new era handle the big shit? Because he's done it twice. He's done it in England in a whole different type of crowd. And now he's just done it on Till Death Do Us Part on the Drake card in Cali, big crowd. What they said, 600 to 700 people was there, and he came out the gate like that. What was that Murder Mook line about ducking easy? He had big reactions scattered through his whole battle. He's really good. Like when you're really good, you would just translate. I said this, and this is not to pat myself on the back because he's already patted me on the back for this. He said it on the show. I was the first one to really in the media landscape, show him the love. And in my first praise of him, when I first saw him 2.5 years ago, he cut up a clip of me on his Twitter account saying, first of all, he was happy that I got his name right. Secondly, he was just like, he played the clip of when I said his style can translate on any platform. URL, RBE, King of the Dot, and I did say it can go overseas because people sleep that he's a little witty, got a little jokes in him. He's kind of humorous in like when he wants to be, but he doesn't try to be funny for a whole fucking round. Just a little couple bars. I get a couple bars of something like, oh, that was slick, that was funny. We already know he got one of the best flows in battle rap. He got a really elite pen, and he's good at angling and breaking you down. Pat Stay is a fucking legend, though. The tone he set for this battle with his opening bars were just, man, Pat. A lot of you guys owe Pat an apology because I said this. You can't. Like, all it took was one bad performance for everybody. And I hate that because some battlers don't get that same, slander. He when he came to URL, in my opinion, he beat Rock. He beat Suge in the fire battle. All it took was a K-Shine loss in an environment that he made publicly clear he's not really comfortable with. All it took was that bad showing for kind of people to be over Pat and done with Pat. This is his element. He's made it clear. He's not one of these guys that's going to lie to you and say, "Oh, I'm good anywhere, any stage." He's like, "No, I need I want to feed off the crowd. It helps this is his world." And we saw that this was his world, man. Pat was really good. You can tell that's the type of he enjoys that. Some people shrink and get scared and timid and get all gun shy when the lights are on and the crowd is that big. He embraces that shit, man. Pat was dope. Sick was dope. Good way. Your opener is going to always be key. I mean, it's your opener and then obviously the main event and whatever happens in between happens in between. But the start off was sick and Pat was that's quality. I'm not really going to go in order. Or I might. I don't even remember the order, man. It's like I said, it's been a long weekend. But I think Jazz and Gaddis was next. I don't want to harp on that battle too long because I made a body bag video that's on this channel. So if you see body bag, young Gaddis gets body bag by Jazz. Look, we all know it was a 30. Here's the problem, though. You can get body bag and still be good. You don't have to be horrible to get body. It was because pen wise, I don't think Gaddis was inferior to Jazz pen wise. You can, however you want to level that, fine. Because some people just like certain material more. Pen wise is 10-8, 10-8, or 8-10, however you do it. It was everything else was a vast difference. That's where the separation happened. Everything else, just engaging with the crowd control. Angles and big moments, haymakers. Gaddis may have had one in the third where it was already too late. Jazz had about 4 or 5 big bombs. I can't remember offhand. I know she had the shit when she brought up QP about being at his crib, asking him what time is he leaving or what that got a huge reaction. She did something with the name foot with the Gaddis, cock back Gaddis pause. Like she had all that. She had mad bombs. So when you got bombs, also we got to start talking about people who you say not really a performer performing with just charisma alone. Because again, sometimes like JC isn't like this ultra performer. Everybody talks about him being a pin guy, but his performance is in his confidence and charisma. You know, in his personality. Like it's the difference between it's the difference between a Dave Chappelle and a Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart has to do a lot to be funny. He has to be silly to be funny. Dave Chappelle can literally just stand there, look at someone in the crowd, and get a quick one-liner off, and you're dying. You know what I'm saying? Laughing. Like, so somebody doesn't have to be all over the place to still catch your attention and you be entertained by them. Jazz is witty as fuck, very sarcastic, very playful with words, and you know, got these different tones. Like, she's just good. She's a good stage performer in her own way. And Gaddis was up there just trying to I think she wrote like this was a volume setting almost. I thought Gaddis was scheming too much. If you look at her third, where she stripped away a lot of schemes and was like really attacking and being a little more aggressive with her approach, it worked better with the crowd. Like the crowd matters. The crowd matters. Like you Chilla Jones in it. And I ain't talking about the new Chilla. I'm talking about you long drawn like Chilla in 2014. You on that type of time, the crowd just over it. The crowd just over it. Speaking of Chilla Jones, this battle reminds me a lot of Chilla Jones versus DNA. This battle, that sounds crazy, but if you know, you know. If you watch that battle back, reminds me of, look at Chilla Jones and DNA, because Chilla was on fire. Scheme God, everybody was scheming because of Chilla, like to a whole different level. Not saying he invented scheming, but back then people were scheming and trying to out scheme him because he was called the Scheme King back then. But if you look at that, man, look at that battle and look at this battle, same thing. Somebody was out there just trying to showcase their pen and level of skill, and then there you just had this other person who just understood the assignment and just did everything else way better. So yeah, I said I wasn't going to expound on it too long, and here I go babbling. So we're going to move on. Next was Surfing Cal, I believe, or Rockin'. Oh no, I think Rockin' and Twerk went next, or Surfing Cal. But we'll go Surfing Cal. Now I'm gonna be quick with this one too, and even though I might not be, Surfing Cal was dope to me until midway in the second, because I actually edged Cal in the first by a hair. Here's the thing. If Cal and Surf are so different that if you fuck with Surf, there's no way you can see how somebody gives Cal around. If you fuck with Cal's style and you fuck with him, there's no way you can see. So they're so different that a person who's neutral, don't give a fuck about what style you carry, like, they're gonna be like, you're bugging. But I don't have a favorite battle rapper. I don't have a favorite style. I'm just taking it for what it is. First round, Surf came out the gates firing. His flow, the way he raps, the pace, the personality, and the power behind his words is always going to be different level shit. The thing was, so Cal raps slower, but his shit just hits different to me, man. I don't know. I can't explain it. In the first, I'm just talking about the first round. Like, the things he be saying, he was, in the first round, you listen, Surf was wigging, but Cal was just so direct in his attack towards him and just everything about him. And it was just, it hit different to me. So I gave Cal the first. Last two was nothing to talk about. We already know what the third was. He was all over the place, and he lost that clear. Second round, people are trying to make that close. That wasn't close. Surf got that. And when I say it was over about midway in the second, it's because I was waiting for Cal. I was waiting for Cal to get into like these pockets where he gets at when he's rapping at a nice pace and you're like, he's turning up. Like, he's not just rapping real slow, trying to break you down or trying to tell a story. He's getting into that, you know what I'm saying, the shit that he would say to Lux. Like, you know, bring it choppers. La, la. Like, when he gets like that and he's just going. But he never got to that. He kind of just stayed in this, like, little slow groove without having much firepower behind it. And the battle was over after that. I'm like, oh, excuse me. If he's going to rap like this the whole way, he's done. And he pretty much did. And it was over with, man. Surf is back. He's 2-0 on his return. Like, that's crazy. Like, he really is, like, Surf really is different when he cares. Like, a lot of people say that, but I don't believe it. Surf really has shown, if I want to really level up and get crazy, I can. Gotta get that man his respect, man. Not that he needs it or not that he really lost it, but, you know, everybody was slandering him about the 40L that he took, and he did take. I see people still trying to sneak him a dub in that battle, but he lost that. But no, man, beat John. And beating John was pretty academic to me. I felt he was going to beat John this whole time. But beating Cal, like, clearly, too. Because Cal don't got any clear losses to me. Now he does. This is a clear loss, and he got to hold that. And I don't want him to hope, but I don't think that's going to stop him from being on Twitter lying and saying that he won, because I already seen him do that. All right. Now we can talk about the battle of the night, Tay-Rock and Twerk, man. Tay-Rock and Twerk, you guys put on the show 3 rounds from both. I had no doubts that Twerk was going to be good in this battle. I picked Rock to win in a good battle in the battle of the night, but I was wrong. And, like, I'm not really caught up in myself on being right or wrong on that, especially when a battle is this good. I gave Rock the second for sure. His second might be my favorite round of the battle. Even though Twerk's first was crazy, it was crazy too. And Twerk's third was pretty strong too. But that's what I'm saying. You got like 3 rounds you can choose to be round of the night, or round of that battle. That's how good the battle was. And it's good to see 2 people that respect each other like that still attack each other like that too. Because sometimes it worries you when you see how close 2 people are. Like, are they going to take it there a little bit? And they did, and Twerk set the tone because he went first. And this is how you know Tay-Rock is going to be on one, where he's not, like, even budged by anything. Even when you're going crazy, he just nods slowly, slow claps and things like that. And he's probably one of the most resilient battle rappers ever, because he's faced some devastating first rounds against him. If you look at the chess first round, if you look at Geechee's first round in Philly. Oh my goodness. Now the difference is in both of those battles, he won the last 2. He almost had it because he definitely won the second in this one. And I'm like, he's about to do it again. He's about to get smoked in the first round. Not smoked because his first was good, but he's about to get hit with a crazy first by somebody, bounce back in the second, and steal the third. He almost did it, but it just wasn't enough. He needed another round like a second. Twerk was amazing, man. I knew, and this was crazy, because 100K, I told you guys, we got to stop pretending like everybody's motivated by the same things. We got to stop. 100K, that still didn't bring the best out of him. Battling somebody like Rock on a card where Drake, the biggest star in hip hop, has you as his favorite guy or a guy he likes to watch the most, that motivated him. Like, those 2 things. It wasn't 100K. And actually, you got to respect that and honor that. Like, damn, like, he's not even motivated by money. He's motivated by the art, the culture. So, salute to Twerk, man. He got that job done. Salute to Tay-Rock. Tay-Rock got another it just adds to the list of what Tay-Rock got, man. He got another quality battle. He got the second round GOAT. People still be calling him second round GOAT. He got another one to add to the highlight reel. And his spot solidified. Top 10, he there. So it don't nothing really changes. It's just good to see Twerk take advantage of a big opportunity like this and knock it out of the park, man. So, shit, Twerk versus Surf. Might as well. Oh, no. See that? Let's get that going. You know what I'm saying? Nobody talking about that. Let's see Surf versus Twerk. All right, I guess where are we at now? Rex and Rum. Rex came out the gate with a fire ass hat slam and then got 30. Rum is top 2 to 3 champion of the year candidate. He smoked him, and he wasn't even the Rum that really. This was like a C+ Rum, and still 30. Rex clear, damn near a body, but I don't even want to say a body. Like it would be like I'm not about to make a body bag video for this. Rex just isn't what he used to be, and a lot of things I had to go right in order for him to hit even a decent level of what he used to be. Rum, congrats. Like, we can just move on to the main event. That was a bad. That wasn't, yeah. Lux versus Geechee Gotti. Geechee is the king of battle rap, man. Geechee's the king of battle rap. Gotta give it to him. Do not find a way to. I'm slowly. See, when the battle was over, everything I seen on Twitter had Geechee winning. But I see you fucking Luxonians already starting. I'm starting to slowly see you Luxonians slowly starting to come out of the woodworks and say, but if you really listen, he kind of took the first and the second. No, he didn't, niggas. Don't do that. Don't take this moment from Geechee. You Luxonian niggas gotta stop. He did not win this battle. I don't want to hear, you gotta watch this shit like 6 times on the IMAX, in the IMAX theater with headphones and 3D glasses. Y'all not about to do that shit, bro. Was Lux as bad as people said he was? No. But being not as bad as people said he was doesn't mean you jump from there to he won the battle. He lost the battle. Shit, Geechee was cleaner. He fucking had way more haymakers and bombs. He was more consistent throughout from the beginning to the end. Like, what else? What are we talking about? He won the battle. Let's get off of that and talk about more what this means. Because there is no GOAT conversation without him now. Y'all scared to talk about that? Are we scared to put that out there? There's no, first of all, champion of the year. Bye-bye, Easy. Hey, it was nice having you in the discussion. Rum, you battle Rex, man. I mean, maybe if you smoked Mook, it'd be, you know what I'm saying? But, they gave you, that's cool, they gave you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Sick. Bye-bye, Loso. Bye-bye. I don't know how, when you ship Geechee his 3rd belt, do he get like a brand new belt, or y'all gonna give him the same belt? Do he still got the old belt so he can just reprint 2021 on there or something? Like, how does that work? Because champion of the year, he got that, right? That's a lot. Only person who could possibly knock him off the perch is Easy. Easy, this is what Easy would have to do. Easy would have to battle Gotti and beat him clear, and like battle Surf, Mook, or Lux and beat them clear. And we're already in November, so I don't see that. But that's what he Gotti for sure he would have to battle this year and beat. And then because Easy to me is the only one that could even make this debatable. I don't feel like the other people got the resume or like the moments to stand out. You know what I'm saying? Gotti's the GOAT of this era, and he's in the GOAT conversation of all time. Like, what do you want? Like, I don't know if y'all about to be in the comments bugging and wild and saying Lux won. Come on my show and we can break down what happened, because I'm lost. But yeah, that was pretty much the event. It went well. Again, Lux is still a legend. If you want to have him as your GOAT, that's fine. I don't think he was horrible. I just think some of his approaches lack real direction. Geechee is just not really a guy, because being a stand-up dude in real life kind of nullifies the angles you can take on him. Who would have thought that, right? Who would think that? Being a stand-up guy in real life nullifies the angles people can take on you. So, yeah, he's a Crip, gangster shit, right? But he gives back to his community. In battle rap, he gives people opportunities to grow as a battler on his platform and to be with him with EFB. He has charities. He makes good music. He stays out of trouble. So it's like there's no angle you can pick on him that can really be effective when everybody that has came across his path has had nothing but nice things to say about him. So it kind of destroys the picture you're trying to paint. So you kind of just got to go up there and bark at him back. You really got to, or catch him slipping on the off day. So I don't know, man. I just don't think there was really a real sense of direction. But I did like Lux material a bit in the first. And the back half of his second, right after he mentioned the gray hoodie shit, and then he kind of started rapping it with that gray hoodie mode. Listen to the back half of his second. It was crazy. But he just didn't do that enough. If there was any time to be Gray Hoodie Lux where it's more heavier gun bar, aggressive content, crazy, just direct, but really nicely woven, structured. If it was any time to do all that, it was this battle. Because you're going to get somebody who's going to be direct, not play games with you. I told you guys, he's an underrated angler. Some of the angles that he took on Lux hit. They all hit pretty much. So, yeah, man, Geechee Gotti, champion of the year. Give him the belt. Congratulations. You other guys had a great year. 3-time champion. You can put him in all the GOAT conversations, Mount Rushmore conversations. He's earned that. We don't have to keep penalizing people because they do a lot of dope shit in a short amount of time. Because he not doing it for 10 years, but who cares? He's done everything that every check mark you need to be in that league, in that category. He's done it just because he got to it quicker because he was about business. We ain't doing that. We ain't penalizing him. All right, I'm going to move on, man, to some behind-the-scenes stuff with my dog, RealName Brandon. RealName, appreciate you for taking your phone out. I know you a busy man. You got a lot of shit to do. But yeah, just a little couple of minutes of what he was doing out there at the Drake card, at the Drake event. Take Till Death Do Us Part, caffeine, all that good shit, man. Enjoy.
Top tier, what up, man? It's your boy RealName. We out here at the face-offs, man. It's hectic, man. You gotta get checked in. It's lights out here, man. You see, we got Gotti over there. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge, you feel me?
What's up, boys? You already know RealName Brandon. We out here, you know what I'm saying, taking over for the new class. You know what I'm saying? Top of his class right now, you know what I'm saying? Making it known big time shit, you feel me? Salute to my nigga,
all that, you know what I'm saying? All that, man, yeah, man. Just getting a little footage for y'all, man. It's the face-offs. Top tier podcast. Wow. Reporting live. Reporting live. You know what I'm saying? Reporting live, man. Little drinks and all that. Y'all see what's going on, man. Till Death Do Us Part is lit.
Long Beach to Dana shit, nigga. It's from the beach to the Dana shit right here, 17 Connect. Nigga, we right here off the 17.
You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Little cold Tesla station and all that right there. Top tier, what up, man? We at the Till Death Do Us Part event.
What up?
You see we got my nigga Ace out here, man.
I know what. You know what I'm saying? You know the vibe.
Yeah, man, y'all tune in, man. It's lit. Twerk out here. I cook way better than you.
promise you. You think
I
you
cook
you a
way
fat
better
nigga.
than you.
You
Nah,
think 'cause you some fat nigga, you
nah,
cook
it
better
has
than me.
nothing
I'm
to
an
do with that, bro.
culinary
I'm an
school
actual
graduate.
culinary
Chef.
too, bro. I went to La Cordon Bleu, nigga. Graduated 2008.
I went to DC Central Kitchen.
I'm nice.
2017.
I'm nice.
I'm
Look,
solid,
so when I do my show on Cafe, we're gonna have a cook-off.
Yeah, we can do that. We pick a meal.
Pick a meal, have a
You
cook-off.
pick one meal, you pick one meal. You
Yeah.
pick the meal, I'm gonna pick the meal you pick.
Bet.
I'm gonna get to see what
Y'all heard that? Ace said he cooked better than me, bro. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. Top tier. We out here, man. We inside already, you know. I'm gonna walk outside and let y'all see this line, though. This line is crazy. This line is crazy. I'm gonna show y'all this line, man. I got y'all. Be right back, my friend. What's up, bro?
How you doing, bro?
You good? How you feeling? Feeling?
I see you, man.
Man, I'm trying
Out here shining, man.
I'm trying to do a little bit, man. A little bit at a time, man. Look, you know.
Come on, man. You a champ for a reason, right?
Man, my G. Top tier. It's lit out here, man. It's lit out here, top tier. Let me show y'all what's going on, man. Battle start in an hour. We got big COVID tests. We got lines going two ways. Look, we got lines going two ways. Look, let me show y'all what's going on. We got lines going two ways. Then that sun bright than a motherfucker. Top tier podcast. Tune in.
The North continue also a battle in the East. King of the Dot season 1. Yeah. It kicked off, and I want to say it's time to start putting some respect on some of these names that y'all just saw. Let me look at the card again. Bill Collector, he's in the playoffs, right? This is the last round. His spot was solidified. City, his spot was solidified. But in those two battles, I seen something, right? One is XQZ, and I've been watching him for years. He was on No Coast. I seen him. I think he was on a dope. It was somewhere in UK. I want to say Don't Flop. So I've been watching him for a while, all the way back. I think he battled Dallas Cash. He's been around for a long ass time. It almost bugs me when people just don't even check to see how long these people have been battling and just assume that they're new because you just found out about them. It's always weird to me. But I want to just say something. I don't care how you guys take it. I think he's a top 10 angler right now. Not all time. But his approach, his homework, his attention to detail is incredible. If you guys haven't seen this battle versus Bill Collector, and if you guys have not, XQZ's second round of this battle might be top 5 favorites of mine personally this year. It might be. I love Dunch's round against Jables in the third. Who else had the one of them rounds that was just fire? I like Tay Rocks recently. The second round against Twerk. There's some rounds that really stand out to me, man. I'm telling you. Chess first versus Easy. Hell, Easy's first versus Chess. It's some rounds. But this second round, XQZ had for Bill was just amazing, bro. Amazing. And I keep telling you guys, no such thing as overused angles because battle rappers are too creative. They're too creative. They can take. I don't care if 10 people use that angle. There's a battler they missed something. They missed the spot. You know what I'm saying? SQZ did that. Bill first was bananas. What I liked about Bill because Bill went second, and as good as XQZ's first round was, Bill kind of just so. Bill Collector was like, so? Yeah, so I'm about to spaz on you, X. And he spazzed on him. I thought his first was good. I thought he got that round. I had it 1-1. And what's crazy is he was on the verge of like matching that energy in the second. But something happened. I think someone in the crowd got loud and it kind of just fucked him up. And I was like, because I was going to be curious to see how they judge that round because he was on a trajectory of getting close to that round. But, it wasn't meant to be. Third round, I think that was a little more clear to me that the X snuck that round out. But that was a fire battle. Even with the slip up, and X was a little stumbly too at some parts, like particularly in the first round, and then opening up either his second. I think when he was starting to open up his second, it was the second round. His opener and the way he was trying to close it, and then Lush called time. They serious with the time over there. But it wasn't smooth, clean battle, but it might be. I don't know if it can make my top 20 of the year. It should. But I got to factor in it wasn't the cleanest battle, but it was a good battle nonetheless. What was more noticeable to me is how bad they deducted points from Bill to the point where he's now sitting in, he's like in third or fourth place. So that's going to be interesting to see, how that plays in the playoffs, who he faces, because City caught a 30 against Impose. And I want to say something because the chat was kind of slanderous to Impose on Twitch. I was reading. Man, he filled in for 100 shot Frenchie with like maybe a week or two, maybe not even that, to get his shit right to battle somebody the caliber of City. So you guys definitely didn't see the best version of him. He's way nicer than that. I want to go on record saying that and letting y'all know, don't judge him off. If y'all think that's him at his best, y'all are bugging. I know it's watch him versus Marv. This is like other battles to go to. City has been in the North the most consistent. He may not have had the highest highs, but he ain't had the lowest lows, but he's been really good. I think X said it. He said it. He's the MVP of the region based on just consistent. Mac and Bill are still the scariest to me, but City, man, I guess I would call City just relentless. His punching style is relentless because he's not late. He's every punch he got energy in it. Like, this is going to be the one to fuck you up. No, this is going to be the one to fuck you up. No. This is going to be the punch to fuck you. Like, he's, excuse me, he's rapping like that, and it's just dope. Super, super dope. Stack Almighty versus LL Cool G. So this happened in a different venue. I'm very familiar with that venue. And so that's why it kind of fucked up people's mental. Like, what is this? Is this a replay or something? Nah, different venue. You had to make the battle up because it didn't happen originally the day it's supposed to happen for whatever reason, but it did happen, and it went down. I think this battle really comes down to the third, really, in my opinion, because I gave Stack the second. I gave Coogee the first. Third can go either way. I might think I'm leaning Stack low-key in that one. But they, all the points were in favor of Coogee. He gets it. I think he won by a point or two. But be that as it may, I think both of those dudes, I want to see Stack Almighty and LL Cool G on a King of the Dot like a real card. Because grading them in a tournament or in a season, it kind of devalues what they're really good at and how the public receives them, because you're trying to focus on that. But the content they both come with in their own way is so just like, who cares about the points? I just want to hear them rap. So I just want to see them not have all this pressure of getting these type of points and making it, because it kind of be like, oh, so they didn't make the playoffs, so they weren't good. No, they're good. They just, didn't have enough points to advance. You get what I'm saying? So I want to see these guys on real cards, man. Give Stack someone, give Coogee someone, and let me see them work. Salute to you gentlemen, right? So I definitely want to see more of them. E Ness versus Dre Dennis was a good battle too. Good battle too. This happened in the East. Dre is so consistent. That's kind of like almost a slap in the face to keep saying that. Like at this point, we know that. But I feel like he's changed some things a bit. Because with all that high energy and punching, I feel like his punches are more directed to his opponent. Where I felt maybe 2 or 3 years ago, outside of name flips, they were just general punches. But I felt like he's in attack mode. Excuse me. I said this when he got announced as one of the participants. He's suited for this. This really, I know people are focused on Bill, Mac Myron, Mad Flex, and Passwords. I know that's who the focus is on in this season. Those 4 particularly. Like Pass has put himself in there. Mad Flex has always been there, and Bill and Mac are the guys too. I feel like Dre should be in that class too, because I feel like kind of like how I did when Fonz won his tournament in UM1, back-to-back punching, but with substance and creative, like just creative pen and also aggression. It's going to do a lot for you. Now, I will say, having it in those venues with the loud boys there, it does help amplify things. And yes, I do think the human element of judging may get swayed by a line or two does weigh in. I don't think, I don't care how long you've been watching battle rap or how long you've been a part of battle rap. You hear the crowd react a bit, it might get you to jump at something you wouldn't normally jump at. As for Ness, I thought Ness. So here's the thing about Ness. He's a legend, and he got one of the best flows ever in battle rap. The problem is, it can be hit or miss if he isn't performing with like that flow. First of all, he was choppy in this battle, and secondly, if he don't have one of those moments, it just sound like just really good rapping with no bottom end to it, with no like payoff, with no crescendo. It's just, you can only get by with that in the first round. And because he's so unique with it, when you first hear it in the first round, you all for it. But then when he's keeping that same pace by the third round, you're over it. And I think that's kind of what happened in this battle. But I believe he got one more. I don't know if he took the points from math or how that worked out. But if he got one more chance, I think he could get in. Or I don't know if he's mathematically out already. So we'll find out. But Dre is going to be tough to beat, man. He's going to be tough to beat because he's going to be on attack mode. I like to see him and Rosenberg square off. I don't know if that's next or not. But to me, those guys over there in the East going to have to really deal with him. Excel, all you brothers, man. Dre is not here for play. So salute to him, man. Salute to King of the Dot. The season has been a success so far. I'm ready for the playoffs, though. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm in playoff mode right now. So let's get these playoffs popping. All right, let's do that. Yeah. Don't forget, man. Merch is out. Beanies are here. Wintertime is here. Winter is coming. You know what I mean? And we got them for you guys as promised. The hats are still available too. There go the prices, but you get a deal. You get $5 off if you get both. So I would do that. It's very simple. Cash at me, /DVS, send me your address and your name, and we get it shipped off. We don't play no games. My wife won't allow me to play around with y'all like shit like that. She'll be like, hey, get on it, ship they shit out. We got stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? So again, go ahead and do that. Show love, show support to the platform. We greatly appreciate it. And all this does is go back into, I'm going to keep it real with you. All this does, the money that we receive from the beanies and things like that, y'all know it goes back into the culture, whether it's a giveaway here, it's like some merch here, whatever down the line. Also equipment, so I can give y'all more behind the scenes stuff and things like that. So that's what we on, really. Nothing major. Want to say appreciate you guys tuning in. I want to say thanks again to RealName Brandon for taking the time, the presence of mind to let me get the camera out, shoot this shit for my homeboy Ledge and get him just a little taste of what was going on in the atmosphere out there, man. Appreciate that. And yeah, man, right back. It's not done. They're relentless. URL, bro. They got volume 8 this weekend. So we'll talk about that and more, man. As always, keep it battle rap. Peace and love. We out.